Max is an ordinary person. He lives his life like everyone else, with ups and downs. But that day was going to be different. That day, everything was going to change. Max gets up like every morning, exhausted from a night of interrupted sleep. His alarm didn't go off on time. He's already late. He rushes out of bed, stubs his toe on the bedside table, and lets out a cry of pain. "Great start," he murmurs, annoyed. No time for breakfast. He quickly gets dressed, grabs his bag, and heads out the door. But when he reaches his car, he realizes the battery is dead. The stress builds. He absolutely must get to an important meeting at work, so he grabs his phone to call a taxi. Dead battery as well. A heavy silence settles. Max is stuck, on foot, with no backup plan. A descent into misery. He decides to run to the bus station. Naturally, it's raining, not just a light drizzle, but a downpour. The kind of rain that soaks you to the bone in minutes. His shoes slip on the sidewalk, his shirt clings to his skin. Why me, Max thinks, frustrated. When he finally arrives at the bus station, exhausted, the bus has just left. He looks around desperately. The rain intensifies. Each drop feels like an additional slap from fate. He waits, trembling, praying for the day to end soon. The next bus finally arrives. Max boards, half-soaked, feeling all the eyes of the other passengers on him. What are they staring at? He wonders, uncomfortable. But that's just the beginning. On the road, a traffic jam. A long, endless jam. The bus barely moves. Max checks the time over and over. The anxiety builds. He knows he's going to miss this meeting. The one that could have changed his career. He feels the weight on his shoulders, as if the whole world is against him. The Little Humiliations. He finally arrives at work late, soaked, exhausted. He rushes into the meeting room, but it's too late. The meeting is over. His boss looks at him with a mixture of disappointment and frustration. "We'll talk later, Max." That sentence rings like a condemnation. Max returns to his desk, disgusted. He tries to work, but everything goes wrong. Emails won't send, the computer crashes, phone calls pile up, and every little task becomes an insurmountable mountain. At that moment, he feels like he's in a real hell. The final blow. At the end of the day, Max finally heads home, hoping things will improve once he's in the comfort of his own home. But when he reaches his door, he realizes he left his keys inside. A true day in hell. Sitting on the steps of his porch, soaked, tired, drained, Max wonders, how is this possible? Why is this all happening to me? And then he realizes something. He understands that we all have days like this. Days when everything seems to go wrong, when it feels like the entire universe is against us. But in the end, those days don't last. They eventually pass, and tomorrow is another day.